It's February 19th, 1989, Sunday afternoon around 4:30. This is the parking lot we had put in about 2 weeks ago, and the crew is now working at getting ready to paint it. Coria Avenue, where the school is located in Brownsville. It's now Monday morning, and the crew is out working on the addition. This is our parking lot, all filled. We painted yesterday, so all the cars are lined up. These are oleander plants in the ground, but some of them have already been dismantled by stamps that attack them. This is February 23rd, the next morning. Yeah, I'm taking it.
Got it?
Can we get you right? Our names in?
Here comes another truck full of cement. It's now 10 o'clock. Classes are still out of session, so everyone can watch the cement being poured. It's a beautiful day, probably about 80, 85 degrees. It's Joel's 18th birthday. Another cement truck is coming now. This is the second one finishing up. The truck's through the neighbor's orchard. Now lunchtime, almost noon. It's now 1 o'clock Tuesday, and the men are just about finished. This is about 3:30 in the afternoon, and David came over to put his initials since he'd missed it before. It's Thursday morning, and the crew is putting up the back wall. Today's the first day of Charo Day, so we're going to get out early today. Paul's taking a picture with his still camera, so I'm going to get a movie as they do that.
Joel, get in here quick. Nancy, come on.
Bill Sanford arrived yesterday from Washington, so he's going to be working with the crew too. It's a beautiful day. It's now Friday afternoon and the building is going up wonderfully. They've got the front windows in for the library and are just about ready to put the back windows of the classroom in. Gotcha, Miguel. Olga's refereeing. This is Phil Sanford. He's putting in the door of the office right now. Hello, Phil. It's now Monday afternoon, hot and windy, and the workmen have the walls almost completely up. Phil is busy replacing all the doors in the old part of the building.
This is Wednesday, January 1st, and they've been painting the walls. Here's the back side of school, 2 little windows in it. And they bricked in where the door used to be.
And the workers are just beginning to put up the roof, which this morning there was nothing up there. And now you can see all the frameworks being put up, and plywood just arrived here. And they're going to begin to put it up, and by tomorrow morning it'll probably look quite a bit different.
This is Gwen Easterly from Washington, come down to help us. This is from the inside corner of my new classroom. Looking down down to where the library will be. These are the new restrooms. It's new now and the roof is just about completed. It's now 2 o'clock, time for PE, and the tar paper is already on the roof.
Wanna get this ball coming at you, man?
Okay.
He's going into the day, Superman! Man, that thing's too big. Sent.
It's the end of the day, Friday after school, and the people are putting away the supplies.
Yes.
It's only been 10 days since they poured the cement in.
This has been being taken during lunchtime on Tuesday, March 7th. It's exactly 2 weeks since the foundation was poured. This is the corner of the library. Bill is over working on the door.
Tuesday is lunch hour, and we're headed by the construction, and when still are doing the door.
It's Thursday morning, about 8 o'clock, and the workers are putting on the roof now. This is the second day they've been working on it. It's one of our teachers, Debbie Hopwood. This is back inside in the room, which will be the boys' restroom. The walls are just starting to go up now.
Wow! They're both the
What time is this? Is this Friday what?
March 17th.
March 17th. Just had lunch, you're out there playing volleyball, and I'm denying myself and in here working, sweating, working all day. Modifying this PVC plumbing.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you for what?
That's nice, Laura.
Oh, man. Oh.
Olga?
No music?
Come to completion and see what the Lord has done and get together and celebrate it. If we can get rid of this music, we can get started. Most of our evening is going to be in English, in fact, almost all of it. But I did ask Rodolfo Aguirre if he would make a short presentation for us in Spanish. Would you come, Rodolfo? Por favor. And Rodolfo, had one son who graduated just last year, and has another son at the school this year, and so I just asked if he could share a few of his thoughts with us this evening.
Pues no hay mucho que decir, simplemente puedo terminar con un Dios les bendiga, pero en el corazón hay mucho más que lo que la expresión de la palabra puede ser, las que tienen este tipo de enseñanza. La enseñanza personalizada es muy cara. Y aquí es solamente amor lo que puede pagar la deuda a todos estos maestros. Dios les bendiga y estamos muy gozosos hoy de que mis hijos hayan estado y estén todavía, Francisco, ahí con ustedes, porque ha sido bendición para mi esposa, para mí. Dios les bendiga.
Gracias. I know that a lot of the parents throughout the year, students come home and they talk about other students who did this and who did that, and you don't really know who the other students are, and you're probably curious sometimes, who are these people that you're hearing about? So real quickly, we're just going to go around quickly, but if you are a student at Valley Christian, I'd like to recognize you, and if you have family or guests with you, just real quickly tell us who they are. So, Veronica Salazar.
What kind of man would wash men's feet, get pushed around, then turn the other cheek? I want to be more like him every day, every way. So little time took for himself. He was more concerned
remember, went through a lot of work and decision-making and trial and errors, but we were able to get all of the juniors and all of the seniors enrolled in a computer class at TSC. That was the first time we'd ever done something like that, so it was an accomplishment for us. And as far as I know, we're the only high school in South Texas, at least, that has done something like that, in which a college opened up a class just for the school and made it possible for the high school students to earn college credit while still in high school. So that was a big step forward for us, and the college was very happy about it. In fact, they contacted me a few weeks ago and wanted to do something else along that line in the future. The most visible thing, of course, the most visible accomplishment for the school this year was our construction, which is still going on, but it's about probably 60-70% finished. So if you've been by the school, you've seen the new addition. It's nice in one sense. You barely noticed it because they matched up the old building so well that it looks like all one building. But it's doubled our space, so that's significant. Suddenly we have twice as much room. We've been getting by for 9 years in our present building, but boy, is it cramped. It's just too small. So we open next August. We'll have twice the room, especially the library. We're all looking forward to having and using. So we're thankful for that. The electricians are supposed to be there tomorrow. It's supposed to begin the wiring, and sheetrock will go in, and shouldn't be too much longer. The Lord sent her to us this year. We're always on the lookout for good teachers, one of the best we can possibly find. And first semester, Debbie taught a psychology class. Presently, she's teaching business, freshman and sophomore English, and junior English, correct? And so I haven't really talked about next year with her, but I sure hope she can come back and teach even more. And so I want the students to be especially nice to her these last 10 days, so she'll have a very good feeling about the school and want to come back next year.
I assume you all brought paper and pencil. This is going to be on the final. Vice President Doug West, Treasurer Yvonne Martinez, Senior Representative Olga Montgomery, and Junior Sophomore Representative Mark Hanson. So let's give them a applause.
Stand aside. And to be in the Honor Society, they have to earn a 90.0 or above at least one of the semesters. If there's any mistakes made, it's not my fault. Unless you've been the secretary, your name is spelled wrong on your certificate or something. These aren't in any Alicia de la Carta. Francisco Aguirre. Mark Hansen. Veronica Salazar. Peter Spence. And also, Lisa Garcia and Olga Medrano were in the Honor Society. So we, as teachers, appreciate the hard work these students put out. And you'll notice out of 30-some students, we just have 9. So these grades are not given away. These students work for them, put in the time, and it's paying off in their lives. So God bless you. Year after year, I have perfect attendance. See, like. They're exhausted.
It came as a shock to a lot of people. I have 6 girls, and all 6 of them made it. And I think Mr. Hanson on the phone, he paused for a minute when I said, well, all 6 made it. He said, are you sure? I said, yeah, bravo, press my heart. Which ones are they? Her sit-ups, but she wanted a second chance, and she did it. She went beyond the amount, so for the national, and we have one presidential award, and that was Adriana Rivas.
All boys, please step up. This year we only had one boy making it to the national award. Last year we had several, right? About 2 or 3. I think we have more than 3. This year we only had one. I believe it was due to insufficient training. Right, guys? I'll spend too much time relaxing. James Farley, step up.
Not always is the valedictorian also the winner of the boys' highest grade point average award. You could be a freshman and win the grade point average award, or a sophomore, junior, senior for that year. And valedictorian, of course, it means that he had the accumulated highest grade point average. There's scholarship awards out there in varying amounts. Which school they would apply to, because the schools like to get the top few students, and so they will do what they can to try to persuade them to attend their school. So a few schools have provided us with some scholarships, certificates to award at times like this. So Joel, if you'll come on up, please. This is presented for having the highest grade point average this year. So congratulations, Bill. And then this certificate comes from Liberty University in Virginia, and called the Chancellor's Scholarship, value $4,000, and it's presented, it's a 2-year scholarship. $1,000 will be applied each semester for the students' first 2 years. private schools, whether they're church schools or just private schools, belong to this association. You can see the list on the back. Schools such as Abilene Christian, Austin, Baylor, Dallas Baptist University, Hardin Simmons, Schreiner, St. Edwards, and so on. About 20 different schools. And each school gives varying awards. Some of them begins worth $1,000, some up to several $1,000s. So if Joel chose to attend one of these schools in Texas, this would be some more scholarships that would be available to him. Congratulations. And then another one, this was sent from Pensacola Christian College in Florida. And this one is has a value of $1,600 tuition scholarship available for their freshman year. They sent a very attractive medallion, Christian leadership, loyalty, truth, and service. So congratulations. Veronica Salazar, if you'll come please, Veronica. And basically, what I explained were the things Joel received applies to Veronica also. So this trophy is given in recognition, not so much as salutatorian, am I correct? But also that out of all of the girls, she had the highest grade point average just this particular year. And throughout her high school years, she had the second highest in her class. So congratulations to Veronica. And she also received a Chancellor Scholarship from Liberty University in Virginia. She also received scholarship from the independent colleges and universities of Texas, and also one from Pensacola Christian College, Florida. So I don't know if, I think Joel has made up his mind, am I correct, Joel, that we're going to attend Bob Dylan University in South Carolina this coming year, so I guess these will just go on the trophy case. And Veronica, am I right, you're going to go to Texas Southmost, at least your first year. So maybe the other seniors can get in line and they can pass some of these on to them. So congratulations. Don't like to lose students like Joel and Veronica. Kind of few and far between. I don't know what the secret is for producing students like that. I think their parents know that it's testimony to the parents. Hay un testimonio a la familia y los parientes de Joel y de Verónica para tener hijos, estudiantes tan buenos. Reconocemos que estas familias ponen Dios primero en la vida y los resultados son evidentes en las vidas de los hijos. Amen. And what is left? Inspirational boy, inspirational girl, getting anything before we get down to the last award. The inspirational award is based on Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. Fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. So we ask the students, we have assembly each year, did it this last week, we We ask the students to think about each other, think about anyone in the school, regardless of the class, and which boy do they believe, which girl do they believe that we see these qualities in. So it's very definitely the highest honor students pay one to another. So it's not my choice, it's not the teacher's choice, it's strictly up to the students to select the boy and the girl in which they see the fruit of the Spirit in their lives. So this one is a surprise. No one knows, I hope, yet who's going to win. So Gail, you can present.
I know all you mothers out there will agree with me that there's nothing more wonderful than to have your child have a testimony before their friends. To me, that, I'd like to see my kids have a thousand their accomplishments, but to me, this would be the greatest feeling of satisfaction. And then, those of you who know me realize I don't like competition. I don't like sports. I don't like anything like that. Just because I hate to see people not win. Whoever's losing, I always root for them because I can't quite handle it. So every year I go through this double reaction between being thrilled for the winners but wanting everyone to win. Because to me, all the students show the fruit of the Spirit. And while I'm counting the votes, it's always a blessing to see how many people are considered to show the fruit of the Spirit. And so I'm going to start out with the girls. And this year, the girls chose for their inspirational award, Veronica and Salvatore. Again. Hang on. It was really close, and I'd like to tell both Jeff and Doug that about half the kids voted for them too, and I want you to, I really want that to bless you because I see the fruit of the Spirit in your life too, and I wanted to tell you that it's not just me. So, Chris, you come up to present the boys.
Present this award to a very special young man at the school who Well, I'd just like to present this award to Mark Anderson.
So this just about closes our 1989 Spring Awards banquet. Anyone have something they'd like to share before we submit? Hay oportunidad, si alguien tiene algo que quieren compartir con la escuela. Our graduation will be May 30th. It will be Tuesday, last day of May. It will be at Church of the Good Shepherd. You're all on Elizabeth Street. You're all very welcome. Come on. Yeah.
Primeramente quiero darle gracias a Dios por la oportunidad que nos dio de ver terminar de high school a mi hija. En segundo lugar, quiero darle gracias a Vale y Cristian, a la familia Censo, por el amor que le dieron, por el amor que supieron compartir con ella, y por los tiempos difíciles que tuvo el mundo. Estamos bastante agradecidos con todos los compañeros, amigos de Verónica, que en todo momento han apoyado. Gracias.
I brought a few books along in case anyone runs out of things to do. No, I like to close with an object lesson. I've done it before, and I'll keep doing it because it says it so clearly what our school is all about. This is a chemistry book. This is a physics book. This is a biology book. It could be math or history or literature. But in some schools, this would represent the school. There are the textbooks. This is the school. There might be some religious schools in which the Bible is there somewhere, but the Bible is at the back. The Bible really isn't seen. The Bible doesn't have primacy. So we do not want to be that kind of school. There might be schools that are like this, in which it's a religious school and the Bible receives equal treatment. That it's considered alongside this kind of school. We want this to be Valley Christian High School, that all knowledge falls in line behind the Bible. The Bible predominates and has first place, and if that's the case, we know that we'll succeed. The students will succeed. So thank you for being with us. God bless you. We're dismissed. Let us be standing for the invocation. Gracious Father in heaven, how we praise you and thank you for the blessings that you bestowed upon our lives. Thank you for Jesus, for what he means to us, for the heritage that is ours today, that we can come in a free land, we can assemble together, and that we can rejoice as we see young people being educated in your way. We just ask now, Father, that you be with us in this service this evening, that you would guide and direct us in all that we say and all that we do. We'll give you all the praise and all the glory. In Jesus' precious and holy name. Amen. You may be seated. We welcome you this evening on behalf of Christian Heritage Ministries and Valley Christian High School to the 1989 graduating ceremonies. You know, there are people in other parts of the world who do not have the privilege of gathering together as we do here, particularly as Christians. Given the opportunity to learn about Jesus Christ and his will and his way. Paul gave me my liberty tonight, and I'm going to take it for the first time in umpteen years of a welcome. Because I believe the times are urgent. And I fear that circumstances are taking place in this world around us that we need to be alerted to. For too long, I feel that as Christians, we have taken the blessings that God has given us in this land for granted. We have failed to recognize the inroads, however insidious they have insinuated themselves into our ways of thinking, our ways of living. However subtle it may be, it is becoming less and less subtle. I believe this is one of the reasons that we have young people here today. These who are graduating and those that are being trained at Valley Christian High School to receive an education that they would not receive anywhere else. Somehow or other we have failed to correlate the increasing violence and evil and strife and dishonesty and theft and murder with the fact that some years ago we kicked God out of the classroom. Moral values and decency and integrity. And there are those forces that are at work that would destroy everything that has been a heritage for this country. The name Christian Heritage Ministries was not selected lightly because we do have a Christian heritage. One that has come down to us with much sweat, blood, tears, and sacrifice. There are those that would take that away from us. As Dmitry Manvolitsky, Soviet official in 1931 at the Lenin School of Political Warfare stated, and I quote, "War to the hilt between communism and capitalism is inevitable. Today, of course, we are not strong enough to attack. Our time will come. To win, we will need the element of surprise. Bourgeois will be put to sleep. So we shall begin by launching the most spectacular peace movement on record. There will be electrifying overtures and unheard of concessions. The capitalistic countries, stupid and decadent, will rejoice to cooperate in their own destruction. They will leap at another chance to be friends. As soon as their guard is down, we will crush them with our clenched fist." Unquote. You've been hearing a lot of propaganda today. And if you believe what you hear on your TV and read in your magazines and newspapers, you are sadly misinformed. That peace offensive is underway and they are going full steam ahead right now. As Christians, we have to recognize that we are dealing in a war. The war to the hilt is inevitable between the forces of good and evil. And praise God, Jesus Christ has already won that victory for us. But we're being told that this is a nation, a pluralistic nation, that champions the principle of separation of church and state. And if you believe that, I have some swampland in Florida I would like to talk to you about. Nowhere in our Constitution is there enunciated, even by implication, the separation of church and state. What is enunciated is that Congress shall pass no law respecting a state-established religion, nor prohibiting the free exercise thereof. There is a country that does guarantee the separation of church and state. And the Constitution of the Soviet Union will find that guarantee. But ours is a nation established to be a godly nation. Yes, a Christian nation. Those that have chosen to rewrite history for their own devious purposes would have you to believe otherwise. But I would like to share with you, just for a few moments, the heritage that made this a great land. And I'm reminded of de Tocqueville, who said, "America is great because she is good. When America ceases to be good,
she will cease to be great. I'd like to read from the Mayflower Compact. In the name of God, Amen. We whose names are underwritten, the loyal subjects of our dread sovereign Lord King James, having undertaken for the glory of God and the advancement of the Christian faith, a voyage to plant the first colony in the northern parts of Virginia, do by these presents solemnly and mutually in the presence of God and one another, covenant and combine ourselves together into a civil body politic for our better ordering and preservation and furtherance of the ends aforesaid, and by virtue hereof do enact, constitute, and frame such just and equal laws, ordinances, acts, constitutions, and offices from time to time as shall be thought most meet and convenient for the general good of the colony, unto which we promise all due submission and obedience. In witness whereof we have hereunto subscribed our names at Cape Cod, the 11th of November, in the reign of our sovereign Lord King James of England, France, and Ireland, the 18th, and of Scotland, the 54th, in the year of our Lord, 1620. Years later, the framers of our Constitution, as they set about to declare this a free land, free and independent from England, the declaration that was written July 4th, 1776, began by saying this: when in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with one another, and to assume among the powers of the earth a separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which compel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And years later, a president of the United States who saw the tragedy of a nation in conflict, family against family, brother against brother, on a battlefield in Pennsylvania, in less than 300 words, left a legacy for us. That if we were to adapt this somewhat, it would not just be a memorial to those that died on the field at Gettysburg. It surely could be a challenge to us as Christians today. Listen to what he said. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth upon this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on the great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little know nor long remember what we say here. But it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be here dedicated to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is for us, rather, be here dedicated to the task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these honored dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. Recorded for us in 2 Chronicles 7:14, we have this admonition. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, I will hear from heaven and forgive their sins and heal their land. These young people are here today. It's a part of a heritage. I thank God that you're here to support them, that you have helped to make it possible for them to receive a Christian education. And I pray that together, God's people will do what God has asked us to do. We welcome you. God bless you.
Thank you, Will. Will Aiken was one of the co-founders of Valley Christian High School in 1973, and happened to see one of our first students. Mark, I'd like to stand. This is Mark Aiken. Thank you, Mark. Mark was one of the first students there, first year, 1973. We're honored that you're here. Glad to have you. We want you to enjoy yourselves tonight. We especially want the graduates to do like this on their night and enjoy it. These events don't come very often in your life, so we want this to be very special for you. Besides, thank you, Nancy. I did forget to say that Nancy's older brother, Enrique, graduated from Valley Christian 2 years ago, and her younger sister, Elizabeth, will be starting in September. So we're keeping the Escobedo name alive and well in the school. Our salutatorian is Veronica Salazar. Veronica, if you'll come, please.
This weekend, as I was thinking what to say in the speech, I started remembering the things I'm going together with my friends. And instead of preparing what I was going to say, I started thinking of all the good times we had together and the sad times. But it was really a blessing, and I was thinking that it was a blessing to come to the school, and I didn't know at the time that many people were praying for me to go there, that the Hansons were in the stadium was. And I'm very thankful to the Lord for guiding from God's plan, and I found that I had to give myself to Him and realize where I had to go. I want to thank the Hanson for always being there. Thank you, Ms. Hanson, for being my teacher, my friend, for showing me a lot of how to be a Christian. Thank you, Mr. Hanson, for changing my idea of a principal, and for being a friend too. And you guys, thank you for being there. You don't know how many times I went to school thinking this is going to be a bad day. But maybe a smile, a word that you say is a lesson to me. To really minister to me. I want to thank my grandfather, he loves me. I want to thank him because he's not here. But this last few years, he's been a blessing. He kept me going through. Especialmente quiero darle las gracias a mis padres, a mi familia, por estar siempre conmigo. Ellos tal vez no se dieron cuenta cuántas veces fueron mi apoyo y mi ayuda. Gracias por estar conmigo siempre. Los amo.
4 years he was at the school, he had the highest grade point average that year among the boys. So it's certainly been a pleasure having Joel at school. We will miss him.
Good evening, friends, teachers, and guests. God bless you all. I'm really grateful to God for letting me come to this point in my life and graduate. I want to take the opportunity to thank my parents who have always encouraged me in my studies, my teachers, especially Mr. and Mrs. Hanson, who have given a great testimony about the school, and above all, I give thanks to the Almighty for His guidance, mercy, His love, and His word. I'm grateful that He brought me to school 4 years ago. As many of us have heard in Hanson's testimony, this school is different from many others in that it was founded by God and not man. The hand of God has always been upon the school, and it has been a blessing to all students. And in Valley Christian, we don't follow a religion or a doctrine, but a person, Jesus Christ. I'm really enthusiastic about graduating. I realize this is a minor accomplishment in one's life. And I know I have a long way to go, but maybe I'll make many mistakes, but like the Apostle Paul said, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forward to those things which are before. I press toward the mark, to the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. We should keep our sights there, following that road, following that man in Christ Jesus. Thank you very much. God bless you. And to God be the glory.
Upon the Lord they shall renew their strength. Jesus promised His disciples if you string to them. Jesus told them all to tarry in Jerusalem. When they were all in one accord, the power of His Spirit poured, and they began to turn the world around. More power to you, when you're standing on His word.
Well, I'm living in a gift of suspicion tonight. You see, class, Mr. Hanson told me that I was here by popular demand. The majority of you asked for me to come and speak. And I get here tonight, and I realize I only know one of you. So how did the rest of you vote for me? That's what I want to know. As much as I've graduated, you'd think I've had a lot of opportunities to hear commencement speakers tonight. I have an idea of what most of them say. They tell you how this is a great accomplishment and how you've come to the end of something and how the road before you is rosy, right? That's not what I'm here to tell you tonight. What I'd like to tell you tonight is a little bit about how to file the front side of this. That's probably not the commencement address you were expecting. And some of you may not even know what I'm talking about. So, or how this relates to the Bible or anything else. But let me tell you this. When I was first practicing law, I went out to try a case in West Texas. And in this West Texas case, we were defending a guy in a murder trial. And I went with a crusty old trial lawyer that everybody called Colonel. To say that he was intimidating is an understatement, because the Colonel's way of objecting was to walk over and punch the other lawyer on the other side of the table. So I was a little intimidated by the Colonel. And we got out to this town and we started defending this case, and we started getting death threats because the victim had been very popular and therefore the defendant was very unpopular. And I took this for about 2 days and handled it with a lot of grace and a lot of courage. And then I went out and I bought a gun. And I brought it back to the room, and I sat down at the desk, and the Colonel was over there working, and the Colonel just ignored me like I wasn't even there, and I was polishing my pistol all up. I was so proud of myself for having had the foresight to go out and buy this gun. And And the colonel never even acknowledged I was in the room. But after a few minutes, he said, "Norton, I want you to file the front side off that pistol." And I said, "Yes, sir, Colonel, I sure will. I'll do that." And I went on polishing the gun for a few minutes. And after a while, I couldn't. My curiosity got the better of me. And I said, "Colonel, why do I file the front side off that pistol?" And the colonel said, "Well, Norton, it's so that when some country boy takes that gun away from you and sticks it in your ear, it won't hurt so much when I pull it out." So, I want to tell you a few things tonight about this rosy road that we're about to embark on. And really, there's three things I want to share with you, because there were three things that I don't think were shared with me when I was in your place. And one of those is this. And I know you've had 4 years of Christ-centered education, but you can have 4 years of a Christ-centered education, and you can sit in a church, and you can sit under great teaching and still not put Christ first in your life. And, it's one thing to say that you do, it's something else.
Esperanza came to Valley Christian as a sophomore, as a sophomore. She's been with us 3 years, and Esperanza has something very, very important for the school. She had throughout these 3 years, and that was a smile. I mean, a smile is worth a lot. We can always count on Esperanza being cheerful. A smile. So we appreciate it. God bless you. Next, Miguel Gomez. Miguel came in his junior year, so he's just been with us for 2 years. This last fall, he took a course South Coast and plans to go on and study business. God bless him. Next, Lisa Garcia. Lisa has been at Valley Christian for all 4 years. Jose Luis has been at Valley Christian the last 2 years. Just this spring, he took a French course at TSC.
Wonderful experience that I have in this school, where we follow your principles, Lord. Thank you, my parents, that trusted me.
Olga is a 4-year student at Valley Christian. She's taken, I think it's 4, is that right? 4 different courses already at TSC, and plans to enroll there this fall and later go on to Baylor, if I'm reading my notes correct here. And is interested in studying medicine. And you notice she's wearing an honor stole. She and Lisa, forgot to mention, she and Lisa had extremely high grades and were on the honor roll all 8 semesters every year they were in high school. Jeff, Lou. Jeff is a 4-year student at Valley Christian High School. He was preceded by 2 brothers, Ray and Frank. Jeff took 1 course in care special
Valley Christian High School. And I feel kind of happy to know that my sister's going there next year. I'm assured that she's in good hands and that you're going to give her the best 4 years of her life like you do. And
Doug West.
First of all, I want to thank God for directing me into doctors.
Doug was a four-year graduate of Valley Christian, and he had taken one course at DSC last fall. Lee, come on.
well, first of all, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because He's the reason that I'm here. And I want to thank my parents for putting up with me and having patience with me all these 4 years and for carrying out this nature Christian school. And I want to thank Mrs. Hanson. And they know I love them. Thank you.
Okay, seniors, if you just kind of charge and face your families and friends out there. So this brings our evening to a completion. We have a reception following immediately downstairs. Want to again express our thanks to Pastor Gil Gardner and Church of the Good Shepherd for letting us use the beautiful facilities year after year. We appreciate it.
This is August 4th. It's about 94 degrees. I'm sure it's over 100 inside. Today the men just put in the insulation and the ceiling in the library. Air conditioning work is just about done. This is 10 days later and they've knocked the wall out between the old building and the addition. This is looking down into the addition. This is one of the restrooms. There's the shower stalls in back. This is my classroom. School begins 2 weeks from today. And this is the library. And this is the entrance hall. This is the ramp going into the addition. This is August 23rd. 5 more days to school. It's our 20th anniversary today. Crew is just cutting the carpet up that was donated to us from a gift store in town. trying to patch it into the library and new classroom. It's the next day and the Hopwoods are here, helping put together desks. This is 7:30 in the morning, before school starts on the first day. This is the science room. This is room 2. This is room 3. All open. This is my new classroom. The library, where we'll have chapel first period.